Good afternoon. Welcome to Jim Munley's World of Weather. Clicked on to long range weather forecast discussion for September 14th to the 26th. For September 14th to the 18th, we'll have several waves moving into the northwest, and this will carve out a trough here over the northwest. And we have, a ridge in the east, or cover much of the southern U.S. in the east with above normal heights. And the miles are good agreement. And we go to the 18th, you see this is what we're expecting for this period. And during this forecast period, we're going to have an upper low is forecast to track westward across the Gulf of Mexico. And the upper low may interact with a tropical wave that's forecast to track across the Bahamas and Florida. I'll show you that here. We go through the models. And you can see there's our tropical wave, and this might bring heavy rainfall to portions here of the Gulf Coast and Florida during the period. And this might also bring heavy rainfall to the western and central Gulf Coast states from the weekend into early next week, possibly spreading further inland in the mid to late week period. So we're going to go forward in time to here. And we're looking at the GFS, and we look at European. We'll go back and look at the European. There's our wave. You can see it down there. And widespread rain and maybe snow in the higher elevations of the forecast for the northwest by Saturday, as the trough amplifies, and precipitation will spread inland to the Great Basin and northern Rockies early next week. A southerly flow east of the trough in the northwest may result in monsoonal moisture, resulting in storms and showers across the Four Corners region. We're going to look now at the period for September 17th to the 21st. Now, a trough is forecast over the northwest and a ridge across the southern and eastern U.S. And so the flow doesn't really change that much. I'm going to go back, move this back a little bit so you can see it. So this is what we're forecasting here for this period. So during this forecast period, I'm forecasting below normal temperatures here, and I'm forecasting anomalies of 2 to 4 degrees below normal. And above normal temperatures are forecast here, and I'm forecasting anomalies of about 4 degrees or more will be possible. For precipitation, calling for below normal precipitation here and for this area, and the probability of occurrence is 35 to 40%. And then we have above normal precipitation here, probability of occurrence is 35 to 40%. Now look at the period for September 22nd to the 26th. Most of the models have a flow transitioning more to a zone of flow, more like this. However, the GFS, what we're just looking at here, has a more amplified flow. This is the GFS with a trough in the west, ridge here in the east. But I think what it's going to end up is be something like this, more transitioning to a zone of flow. So for this forecast period, I'm forecasting above normal temperatures for much of the region here and much of the country, and I'm forecasting anomalies being a little conservative of 2 to 6 degrees above normal. Could be higher, but for now 2 to 6. And for precipitation, calling for below normal precipitation for Washington and Oregon, and the probability of occurrence is 35%. And then I have above normal precipitation for much of this area here, except for the northern mid-Atlantic coast and New England. and I'm forecasting the probability of occurrence is about 40%. Okay, we're going to take a look at the tropics. Hold on, I got to get something up here. Just bear with me. I should have done this earlier. But I was going to do another map, but this will be good. This is better. Just bear with it, it's loading. Okay, come on, hurry up. Okay, nope, this is the wrong thing. This is what I want. And this has to load now. We're going to take a quick look at the tropics, and this is the outlook. We have an area here. Well, first to go to this one. This is closer. Something wants to develop here over the Gulf, so we're going to go for the first one, and you can see a weak area, low pressure, associated waves, located a little more than 900 miles. Oops, that's the wrong one. Okay, we have a, we're talking about this one. A tropical wave associated with trough, located with upper level low near Hispaniola, northeastward of the Southwest Atlantic, has increased a little since yesterday. Little if any development or disturbance is expected during the next few days while it moves west-northwest across Bahamas and Florida Peninsula. That's the wave I was talking about. And however, environmental conditions could become a little more conducive for development as system moves over the Gulf of Mexico over the weekend, and it gives it a 30% chance. Then we have this wave here. We're going to talk about this one. Wait, I want to get back in. And then we have a wave just off the West African coast, expected to move quickly westward during the next few days. Slow development is expected, and the National Hurricane Center gives it a 20% chance of development in the next 5 days. And then we have this wave here, the third one. A weak area low pressure associated with a wave is located a little more than 900 miles of Lesser Antilles is producing disorganized showers and storms, although some development of the system is possible today or tomorrow. By Thursday, upper low winds are forecast to become unfavorable for development, so it only gives it a 20% chance over the next 5 days. So these are the areas that we're watching, and I'll go to the maps really quick. This is a look at the tropics. Here's our tropical wave here over Florida. We'll go back a little bit. You see it moving into Florida. That's European. That's GFS. And here's a wave kind of coming up the African coast here. There is some little spin, but not much. Doesn't look too impressive. But needs to be watched because that's what happened to Dorian, where it started as not being very impressive and then became one of the most powerful storms. So that's it for now. Have a good day. Thanks for coming to Jumanji's World of Weather.